Hey, what's shaking my bitches? It's Candyman here, and today I figured I'd tell another story. I figured that I'm gonna be uploading a lot more of these since it seemed like the story whenever I broke my teeth, kind of it got a decent response, so why not just do some more like that? So I want to tell you about some stories about my 11th grade English class. Okay, I just finished 11th grade. I'm going to be a senior this year. I'm kind of behind. I'm 18, so I won't be graduated technically until I'm 19, which is not that bad, but still, some problems came up whenever I was really young. I had to be held back and everything. But shit happens, and I'm actually kind of glad that I'm in the class that I'm kind of glad that I'm like in the grade that I am in now. With like the people that I go to school with and stuff like that, because I have a lot of friends. But yeah, so the thumbnail that you seen, that was I think three of my friends that I had in the English class. One of the troublemakers was not in that picture. His name's Cole. If you watch any videos at all on my other channel, whenever that was going on, my Rise Blue channel, then you know who Cole is because he had a couple videos just to himself. Whether it was just calling him somebody, one of our friends a bitch, or it just crazy dude. Okay. Well, everything started off real good. We have this thing at our school where instead of taking like 7 classes a day, you take five a semester. So like half the year you take 5 classes, and then the other half of the year you take five, and then it all ends up being like 10 credits, right? So you're getting a little bit more, a little bit more high school credits than what you usually do, which is actually pretty awesome because most people are getting to graduate early this year, and yeah, just really freaking awesome. But yeah, so we would have her every day. At the end of the day, we would be in there at like I think it was like 11:48 to whenever school let out, which was 3:05. So me, my friend Cole, Jesse, Steven, and a bunch of us, we just gave this teacher a living hell. I mean, like me and Cole would fuck with her every day. Okay, there was actually one time whenever she got on to me for like not doing something. I can't. It was like a report or something like that, and I get this. She chose the most immature person to do a report on prostitution. So I'm not, you know, I'm not taking it seriously at all. Eventually I just blow it off. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not going to do it. Well, she starts all this shit, and she's like, okay, anybody that knows me, I cannot stand it whenever chicks like bob their head while they're talking, especially if they're talking shit to me. Yeah, I don't like that shit. So she's like getting on to me like in front of all my friends, like in front of everybody in the class, which I should have done my work. I agree with that, but I'm stupid. But yeah, she started bobbing her head and all this shit, and you should have done your work. You're not going to pass my class. Da 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 da. And so I get mad, and like I start bobbing my head too, like jerking my head, like I can't. Okay, have any of you seen friggin' Family Guy with the whole Quagmire thing? The giggity giggity. Yeah, that's pretty much like how I was doing it. I was like, "Oh, really, bitch?" And like, ooh, big O fiasco, man. She took me outside. She called my mom. My mom, she said, your son just called me a bitch. Let me tell you something. Let me just tell you something. Your son is not going to talk to me like this." And my mom said, my mom got on the phone with me, and she said, "What the hell are you doing at school?" I said, she was being a cunt. What'd you expect me to do, man? I can't handle all that shit. And she's like, look, okay, I understand that she was being a cunt. Trust me, I know. I've had to have meetings with her, but you're just gonna have to chill it down at school. So like another time, we uh, we were watching South Park in the gym, and me and a couple of my friends that I had gym class with, we were all watching South Park in the gym, and there's this quote that Butter said whenever he was a pimp, and he said, "Hey, bitch, you want to make some motherfucking money?" And so like I would go up to everybody and say that, just, "Hey, bitch, you want to make some motherfucking money?" And like, okay, the friend Jessie that I was talking about, she's the girl in the pink in the thumbnail. Um, but yeah, so I said it to her, and the English teacher actually heard me. Okay, so like me and the English teacher, like this is after all the shit went down about me calling her a bitch and all that. Okay, so so yeah, so she said, "What did you just say?" I said, what are you talking about? Huh? And I was just trying to weasel my way out of it. She said, "Now I heard you. You better tell me exactly what you said." I was like, "Hey, bitch, you want to make some motherfucking money?" She said, "That's it. We're going to the office." So she like grabs me by my shoulder, like grabbing my shirt and shit. And this chick, like she comes up to my chest, man, and I'm 5'5", so she's freaking short, and this little woman's like dragging me around half the school. And so we get to the vice principal's office because he's the one that handles punishment, stuff like that. And he he did not take it seriously at all. Like he told the English teacher to leave, and he looks at me. He says, he looks at me smiling. He said, "Can you say it again? Can you say what you said to that girl again?" I said, "Hey, bitch, you want to make some motherfucking money?" Well, he just starts bursting out laughing. Okay, I mean, he does not take this shit seriously at all. He said, "All right, man, I should be suspending you, but I'm gonna write it up as detention. You don't have to come or not. I don't really care." So like, I just got off scot free, man, because me and the vice principal are pretty cool. I've never really given him any problems. I think I've gotten suspended like one, no, twice because tobacco at school, which was kind of stupid because that it wasn't even mine. It was just in my car. Whenever the okay, so like the deputy was like just checking out at everybody's car, just in the parking lot. Well, my girlfriend at the time had some cigarettes and she just left them in the seat, right? Well, he comes over there and he looks at my car. He's like, "Oh shit, that kid has cigarettes. I'm gonna go write his ass up. This shit ain't going on in my school." Well, I'm sorry. Yeah. Um, so he goes in the school. Okay, and I forgot to mention this. This is like the third day of school. Okay, like the third day of school, and he goes and tells the vice principal. The vice principal comes out. He checks. He's like, "Oh shit, dude, that's cigarettes. We got to fucking do something about this." I'm like, I don't know any of this is going on until like I get to the library and I see them looking at my truck and I'm like, "Oh shit, dude, I'm about to get in some major fucking trouble for something." Because dude, I had like pocket knives and shit in my truck, man. But fortunately, they didn't like search my car or anything. That and just asked me what I was doing with cigarettes. I was like, "Look, dude, it's my girlfriend's. I don't even smoke, so." And they said, "Okay, okay, but since it was in your vehicle, we're gonna write you up. We're gonna suspend you. Da 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 da." But yeah, so that's about the only problem that the vice principal had with me. But yeah, dude, I seriously got off the hook. I've gotten off the hook with him several times, which is pretty cool. Um, but yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little story, and I guess I'll talk to you later.